All right, Sean, so thanks for being here today. I got a couple questions for you. I'm looking forward to hearing about your best experience in the woods this past year. How did your season go? Got any trophies or experiences that stick out particularly?
The past year has honestly, as far as whole hunting aspect and capturing things, and it's kind of, don't know if we're supposed to put in here, but like the whole spy point part has played such a key role in our season this year. We actually were able to harvest 8 whitetails. This is just during the deer season alone. 8 whitetails, which 6 out of the 8 we have captured with the history and have been one of the main points for harvesting these great deer on camera. To include probably the number one in my mind is one that my son missed on October 1st, opening day of season there in Indiana. We had several pictures of them. The neighbors had several pictures of them, which also were on Spy Point cameras. And it was funny because after he ended up missing this deer, he told me, we walked up, it was a clean miss. I mean, it was kind of good footage. He's like, Dad, hey, listen, we need to erase the footage. Like, I don't want people knowing that like I missed this deer, you know what I'm saying? So I said, listen, we could save this because this was a 5-6-year-old deer at the time. I'm like, if we're able to kill him next year as a 7 or 8-year-old, the whole circle of how this all went down. And, you know, as it would happen, actually October 22nd, so 22 days later, he missed a deer at 33 yards. We had pictures of him 2 days before that came up on our flex camera, and he ended up smoking that deer at 31 yards.
Awesome.
And his biggest deer to date, 161 inches, which is a giant whitetail anywhere across the United States. But on that alone, I'd say the other biggest memory this year, and we've harvested some great whitetails, was my Kansas deer. It was a 6.5-year-old deer. They called the King 8. He was following a doe in. We had several nighttime pictures of him on our actual Link cameras. They weren't on the Flex at the time. They were all evening pictures. And then what did we know? He showed up, daylight picture, 2 times in beginning of November, twice during daylight in the same day. And it was that point we knew he was following a doe. We had 48 hours to kill him because that doe was in heat for probably 48 hours. And we went in there and ended up killing him that evening. So, and he ended up going 159 inches as an 8-point, which for people that follow ourselves and watch the footage, as far as Lundys go, 150-something inch deer. I mean, we don't pass up 115-inch deer. So to have 2 Pope and Young class deer killed in the Midwest, that was a huge season for us.
Yeah, that's awesome. How old's your son?
My son now is 15, but he's been hunting behind the camera probably since he was 6 years old. Yeah. So
that's awesome. That's very cool. It's awesome for it to come full circle.
It really has
so quickly.
Yes, it definitely has. So.